Ha! Woo-wee! That feels great. Ah. Oh, boy. Ah. Just like bath water, baby. Ah. Oh, boy. A little cooler than yesterday. Actually, both the water and the air are cooler than yesterday. But you know what? It kind of makes sense. I mean, I don't know if you could tell by looking at the dock below me, but it rained. It rained a lot yesterday. Like, a stupid amount of rain. Hold on. Let me set this down real fast. So, like, here's the thing. And it's really funny. My brother and I are actually entertaining some people. Really, they're more my brother's friends. I'm just, here, I guess. But, I'm having a good time and everything. It's a lot of fun. Hanging out with the guys, It's not really often I get to do any kind of guys thing, so, it's nice. And, like, they go on to, like, tubing and skiing and everything. Actually, I forgot to do this yesterday. I forgot to dry off my legs. Ugh. And now to make sure water doesn't drip all over me, if I can, there we go. Now it's better. I'm trying to, by the way, for the record, I'm actually trying to work on a little bit of body positivity. So, yeah, I might actually do this video. Oh, technically, yesterday's video, I had my shirt off, but my towel was covering over me, so. But, yeah, I guess I don't look so bad. I mean, I've looked a lot worse before, but, it's solid. Let's see. I don't think you want to see my nipple. Okay. So I would definitely say my low was unexpectedly, it rained like really heavily. I mean, I guarantee, like, here's the thing. We all went to the Sweats last night because, we wanted a good time. And we did have a good time for the most part. But, we were kind of expecting more people to show up. But again, because of the rain yesterday, like, I'm sure a lot of people were like, deterred from it, which makes sense. My high is, hanging out with the guys. My dad and I finally got to go to the Antique Inn last night. I'll be talking about that in a minute. And my act of kindness was helping my brother entertain the guys. I really should have a guy's day. I need to have a guy's day. I don't really know who's going to come though. But, I'm sure some people would, come. I do need a guy's day. Problem is though, like for me, I really want to prioritize like going to church and then like having the guy's day and stuff like that. So not entirely sure how that would work, but it'd be fun. Although here's the thing, like I could host a guy's day. It'd probably be easier for me to like be invited to one. You know what I mean? Because seriously, holla at your boy. I'll bring snacks. I've always wanted to try out my guacamole or my aunt's legendary artichoke dip on some people. I mean, they'd be good, obviously, just, I need to go out, please. Someone must love me. Okay. So, I would have said my act of kindness was, watering the plants, but, again, I don't need to do that. Because between watering the plants yesterday morning and the big wind and rainstorm that we had, there was no need. So, good morning. Happy Sunday. Honestly, right now, all the guys are going to play pickleball. I mean, I slept in, so... Well, I slept in, plus I want to get this video done. Because, I want to get this video done. Let's see. Right. Where do I even start? I mean, I could talk about One Piece episode 172, because that is basically all of chapter 1045 in the manga, which Seriously, like, you thought last week's episode was crazy? You thought chapter 1044 was crazy? You don't know what chapter 1045 was. I mean, the Gum Gum Giant was enough to be a selling point for everybody. Well, for those of you who don't know, Gear 5th is, again, on Luffy's. It's a power that's derived not from rage or emotion, but from Luffy's own imagination. Whatever Luffy's able to think, he can actually do it. So far, it's actually been surprisingly within reason. But, you know, the one thing that everyone's always wanted to see Luffy do is become a giant. Because ever since Gear 3rd was invented, for those of you who don't know, Gear 3rd is, since Luffy's made of rubber, he can bite into his thumb, blow into it like a balloon, and any part of his body can become, you know, gigantified. And chapter 1045 was the first time we ever actually got to see him become a giant. And then he's playing around with Kaido like a jump rope. Oh, that was great. That was a lot of fun. Oh boy. And you know, it sounds crazy, it sounds wacky, but guess what? Like, and you know what? Here's the thing. As great as it all looked in the manga, everything, like, from chapter 1044, chapter 1000, pretty much anything involving Luffy and Gear 5th was meant to be animated. And so far, the animation has far exceeded the expectations of a lot of people, myself included. I'm sure there are some skeptics out there, but I haven't seen many complaints. Honestly, regarding last week's episode, now, yeah, I actually saw the Grand Line Review, Liam from the Grand Line Review talk about this. That episode really had a lot of peaks and valleys. Like, the peaks were obviously when Luffy was in Gear 5th, which was a good, 12 minutes of the episode. Sadly, the weak stuff was, because sometimes anime likes to reuse animation, to cut time, which they've been doing that forever, and sadly, episode 1071 was no exception. And then there was the stuff about Hiyori and Orochi. Now, in the manga, and this is exact, and keep in mind, like, episode 171 legit did a fantastic job adapting the entirety of chapter 1044. And I do say the entirety because there were 5 pages dedicated in that chapter for Hiyori telling Orochi off, which really is a beautiful scene. I really, if you separated that from the Gear 5th stuff, it was incredibly beautiful. It was. But Gear 5th obviously took more priority over what was otherwise a very powerful scene. So, unfortunately, that's why most people consider it valid. I don't. I mean, at the end of the day, you're trying to do a great job adapting the manga, and that's exactly what it did. So, I guess, I can see both sides of the argument, though. I can totally see, like, both sides of the argument, so that's cool. Last night's episode, however, like, there was no, like, Luffy, there was a little bit of stuff, like, everyone, like, trying to put out the major fire that's going down in all of Onigashima. But that was, like, minor compared to, like, everything else Gear 5th Luffy was doing in last night's episode. It was awesome, dude. Holy cow. I mean, yeah, I mentioned the Gum Gum Giant, but, like, everything has just been incredible. And I wish I could give away what Luffy does, but that'd be spoilers, and 2, even if I was properly able to explain it, you really would need to watch this episode to believe it. Because that's how crazy Gear 5th is. So yeah, episode 1072. Amazing. Now let's get into last night, because we finally went to the Antique Inn. Okay, so the last 2 weeks, I've been trying to go to the Antique Inn like crazy. And the sad part, the first time was on July 29th. Easily the worst day of this whole year for me, right? So, my nephews, because we took my nephews to church and they behaved horribly. But, you know, we still went to the Antique Inn anyway. And then, seriously, we literally get to the Antique Inn parking lot. We park in a parking spot. I didn't mean to make that rhyme, but bear with me. All my father had to do was turn off the car. We get out of the car and then go inside. No, my nephews decided to be so incredibly bad, we immediately got home. It'd be one thing if, like, we didn't, if, like, we just left church and then immediately went home. We went all the way to the Antique Inn, then we went home. And so last week, I'm thinking we're going to go, and we don't, because my dad didn't want to. So last night we finally went, and I will admit, it was so glad to be able to go again. I missed that place. My dinner was awesome. You know, French onion soup, salad, the best fettuccine Alfredo ever. And, you know, prime rib was amazing. You know, what can I say? It was, I mean, for those of you who don't know, like, for many years, there was this place in Corning called Spencer's, and my parents, my entire family loved them for their fettuccine Alfredo. Personally, for me, I always thought that the fettuccine Alfredo was, like, far too much sauce for, like, not enough pasta. In fact, the last time I ever had the fettuccine Alfredo at Spencer's, it was actually the last time my family and I ever went, too. I actually had it with chicken and broccoli. I'm like, oh, okay. Because, like, that's what all that sauce is for, not just for the pasta. Like, Spencer's on purpose made it so you need to have chicken and broccoli to go with the Alfredo. That's why they do that. I got that, but, you know, we never went back and, you know, it's closed down. The building is still there. No one's bought it yet. I have no idea why either. It's actually not a bad location for a restaurant. But the fettuccine Alfredo of the Antique Inn, perfect ratio of pasta to noodles. Like just about 50-50, which is what you need. And, you know, prime rib, cooked to medium, perfect medium rare, except no substitutions. Calzone au jus. I actually get a little horsey sauce in mine because it's really good with horsey sauce. Yeah, man. I can now say that of the 13 places that are the best places to get a bite to eat at Keuka Lake, this year, in 2023, I have now been to 12 out of the 13. It took a little longer than it should have, but I did it. Now there is but one place left. And believe me, I'm working on it right now. Because it's a big one. Emotionally, you know, a place that really hits hard for it. It hits for me for a lot of very important reasons, a lot of emotional reasons. And it's so, seriously, this post is actually going to be so important that I need to do 2 posts just to do it. Because it's actually a bit of a complicated sort. I don't want to give away why, though. I mean, you're not going to believe me until I actually, like, give away the post. But, yeah, I'll work on that, and then I'll probably, you know, get to doing it. As for my plans today, my brother and I are going to continue to entertain my friends. My father should be coming up. I mean, yeah, my mom is recovering from her knee surgery, but, you know, she's doing good so far. You know, just not even 12 hours away isn't really going to be dangerous or anything. And my mom's a nurse practitioner, and it was actually funny. When I was taking my grandmother to the airport on Thursday, my grandma told me that, like, she has all the confidence in the world that my mom is going to do, like, all her stretches, has to do everything she has to do for the sake of a good recovery, do all that. She knows she's going to do that. The problem is, and I am aware of this too, my mom really will be the one to overwork it. So I don't think anything bad's going to happen in, like, the span of a day. And again, it's not like my mom just got out of surgery. It's been at least a week and a half right now. So, just take one day at a time. It gets better a little every day. And, give it about, the end of August. She should be significantly better than, before she got in surgery. So that's the hope right there. Actually, full disclosure, there's a boat. Like, the neighbors next door are about to go off on their boat. So I guess you can kind of hear that. But seriously, like, one blessing in disguise that all the weather yesterday was, it is peaceful up here, dude. Nice and quiet. And, like, seriously, you see a couple people fishing over there. They're not bothering anyone. They're not making any noise. They're just fishing. It's actually, could you see him? Oh. Actually, could you? Okay, yeah, I see him. I can't. They're hiding so well in like the camouflage right there, but yeah, they're fishing. They're sitting there. But yeah, I'm actually gonna be going to a concert at the waterfront later tonight. I think some girl named Claudia House is gonna be there. I think I'm gonna go. I need to go out. Plus, my goal this year was to go to all 13 places at Cuckoo Lake at least once, and the stretch goal is going to be multiple times. So far, I've been to the Switz multiple times. I've been to Timberstone multiple times, Village Tavern multiple times, Lakeside multiple times, and Seneca Farms multiple times. So that takes care of some of those places. So that means I would need to go to Union Block again. Valley Inn, that's another place I've been to multiple times. So 6. So 6 places. So Union Block, Wagner, Bully Hill. I need to go at least one more time each. Antique Inn, I should try and do again. Waterfront, which I'm going to do tonight, but I won't count it yet until after I do it. And what else? Oh, Main Deck. So, yeah. And, what I'm saving for number 13. But you'll get that later. It's so pretty out here. I hope you like this video. If you like, subscribe to YouTube, follow me on social media. I got a bug on my arm. As always, I'm very humble in this video for all of you guys watching. Enjoy for today. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Remember, if you guys want to talk gems, you're here to let the nails are back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.